God with us, tabernacles, and the completion of his promise. Leviticus 23 verses 33 to 43. What if God scheduled a week every year just to remind you? I was with you in the wilderness, and I still am. That's exactly what he did with the Feast of Tabernacles, the final celebration in Israel's sacred calendar. It wasn't just about tents and palm branches. It was a joyful reminder that God doesn't abandon his people, not in the wilderness and not in the waiting. The Feast of Tabernacles celebrated 7 days in a year, celebrating God's presence and provision. Live in temporary shelters for 7 days, so your descendants will know that I made the Israelites live in temporary shelters when I brought them out of Egypt. Leviticus 23 verses 42 to 43. Every year, 5 days after the Day of Atonement, Israelites built makeshift shelters, booths made of palm, myrtle, and willow branches, and lived in them for a full week. Children loved it, families shared meals outside, and the air was full of laughter and remembrance. Why? Because it helped them never forget. God led them through the wilderness. God provided for them day by day. God kept his promises, even when they doubted. It was a festival of gratitude, simplicity, and community, and it pointed forward to something greater. Jesus in tabernacles, God dwelling among us. When Jesus walked the earth, he attended this very feast, John 7. He didn't just walk among the booths. He declared something stunning. If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. John 7 verse 37. He was telling the crowds, I am the fulfillment of this celebration. I am the living water. I am God with you. And the Apostle John later wrote, the Word became flesh and tabernacled among us. John 1 verse 14. A future tabernacle, our eternal home. Even today, the Feast of Tabernacles carries prophetic significance. Zechariah 14 speaks of a day when all nations will come to Jerusalem to celebrate this feast, when Jesus reigns as King and God dwells fully with his people. Until then, we are temporary residents, pilgrims just like the Israelites in the desert, walking, waiting, worshiping. Why it matters today. This final feast teaches us, your current situation is not permanent. God's presence is constant, even in discomfort. Jesus is the fulfillment of every shadow, every shelter, every need. So build your life not on what's temporary, but on the unshakable truth. From Passover's lamb to tabernacle's shelter, Jesus is the thread that holds it all together.